Hello guys, and welcome to a Satisfactory enemy tier list video. Today I'll be putting all the enemies in Satisfactory, or all the ways you can die of due to natural causes in the game, into a tier. What I think is the most annoying being S, and the least annoying being E. So on my screen at the moment you can see all the different types of ways you can die, all the different enemies, including ones that are in the game and ones that aren't. So ones that were teased and ones that are actually implemented into the game. So without further ado, we're going to start. So I'll start up here with the fluffy-tailed hog. Now this is one of the basic enemies that you can get in this game. It's quite annoying when you don't have the blade runners, but as soon as you get the blade runners, it's alright. So I'm going to put them in C tier because they're all alright, but they're still annoying. Annoying enough to be away from the E tier. This here is the alpha fluffy-tailed hog, so this is just a lot stronger. I'd say that's not too much more annoying, but it's still annoying nonetheless, hence it's in the B tier. Moving on, we have the spitter. Now the spitter is more annoying than, well, it's actually when you first come across it, it's more annoying than both these. However, if you use the Xeno Zapper, not the Xeno Basher, at the moment you can just, if you run up straight up to it close up, you can get rid of these without actually taking any damage. So now that I've learnt about that, I'm putting that as D, because you can actually avoid taking any damage from them. Moving on, we have the alpha spitters. This one here is the red one. So this shoots a ball, and I think it's just a very powerful projectile. I don't know if it goes towards you or not. I can't remember the exact mechanics of how you die from this. Well, I know it's annoying, so this is going in A. Whenever I see, well, in fact, yeah, this is going in A. This blue one, I'm pretty sure is worse, so that one's going in S. These are both really annoying, and whenever I see these, I just sigh. I don't want to deal with them. So they're probably the most annoying things in the game at this point. Yes, you can get the gun late game and get rid of these without actually dealing with them, but it's still annoying for most of the game because the stuff you require to get them is quite advanced. Next we have the crab beetle, and the crab beetle, I think it's slightly annoying, but it's actually like no threat really whatsoever. You have any pale berries, any burrito nuts, you can easily get rid of them. So that's why I'm putting them in E tier. Now this is the crab king. Now this is just a rumoured, or it was teased in the trailers. However, it's not actually came out. So, but based on the looks of that, it looks pretty terrifying really. But I still think it'd be less. That looks like a one-time thing, which is less annoying than these. So I'll put this in B tier. However, bear in mind this hasn't came out, so this, I don't know how annoying that would actually be, or dangerous. But these, because you see them way more often, it's just more annoying to deal with. So now we have the spiders. So this one here is supposed to reflect the mini one. Just make it tiny. The mini one, I think, is in E tier. You can barely see that actually, but basically that spider there, you can one-shot it, well, two-shot it with the Xeno Basher. So it's not really that much of an issue to deal with them, and you can outrun them with the blade runners. So that's not too bad. This one here is the medium, or the regular one. Again, I think that's, I'd say it's slightly more annoying, but you can still one-shot it. But I will put it in here because it is slightly more annoying. But then we move on to the large and the large elites. Now the large one is very annoying. They're just annoying because they jump around. So their actual attack does about 5 bars worth of health, which is really annoying. So I'm going to place this in B tier because I would say it's not overly difficult to overcome these enemies. However, they do require a bit of patience, and you can't just go running into them and just hoping to kill them, unlike these. And I'd say it's similar difficulties to the alpha hog. But then we get the alpha one of these, and the fact that they spew poison out, it's annoying. However, because they are usually in large caves, it doesn't make it too challenging because they'll shoot poison out at one spot, but then they'll walk away from it. So I feel like they're definitely more annoying than the B tier ones. However, I'd still say they're not S tier because they're just not as annoying. These seem to be everywhere, even on yellow slugs, and I don't know if they're on any green slugs, but they're everywhere, even on nodes, whereas you don't get these really on nodes, these are only in like the deep caves. So next we have this. This was in the game right at the start, but now it seems to not be in the game anymore. Now this is the walker. It used to be able to one-shot you, I want to say, and I believe it was quite hard to kill back when the game first came out. However, there was only one of them, and I don't think you can get this anymore in the game, so therefore I'm placing it at a D tier, because as there's only one, it's not exactly annoying to deal with, because it's just one, and it was quite in a remote spot, so it's not like you're going to encounter that every day. So next we have the poison pillars. Now you haven't seen these in the game yet, they look like this, and they come in these clusters, as you can see here, and they spew out poison. Now the annoying thing about these is that the actual area over which they cover isn't usually as apparent as it seems, so the actual in-game sprite or animation for this smoke sometimes takes up a larger hitbox, a larger space than you think, but sometimes it takes up a smaller one, so there's quite a lot of uncertainty with how far you can go, or how close you can get to one of these. And usually, if you're early on in the game, it can end up killing you, and even late in the game, you can still die if you take off your gas mask. So I think these are fairly annoying, and they're around the whole map, which means they're challenged no matter where you begin. So I'm going to place them in A tier, because they're quite a nuisance for all stages, because you'll always need the gas mask. Or some very unlucky maybe the inhalers to get you through all this poison. The spore flower also produces poison, so it's similar to these. However, the spore flower can be destroyed with an obelisk, and it takes a while to activate. So usually whatever's being protected by these, you can just go in, take it, and then leave, and these won't even have activated or finished the animation yet. They're not really that common, even though in some places they do seem to be lots. So I'll place these in C tier, because they are still a bit of a nuisance, and there's quite a lot of them, but they're not very difficult to overcome, just like the hog. So the last two, so first we'll do the radiation. Now I'm going to put radiation in E tier, because even though it's deadly, it takes ages to tick down your health, so therefore you don't even need the hazmat suit to go in any areas with a lot of radiation. If you see my purple power slug video, you can see that a lot of the slugs protected by radiation. I can just go in with berries or inhalers, heal all my health, and then go back out, and it seems to work fine. Whereas the radiation's meant to slowly drain your health, so it's a bit of it kind of fails at its purpose, even though this is kind of what it would be like in real life. It won't just instantly kill you, but it takes your health quite slow, especially compared to the poison, which is far more annoying, and it's on the open surfaces, whereas this is usually underground. So that's why it's in E tier. And the final one, which are represented by the stickman here, is fall damage. Now I seem to always die by fall damage. I think my brother also seems to die a lot from fall damage. I imagine some of you guys also die from fall damage. No matter what stage you are in the game, from the beginning when you definitely will die from fall damage, or at the end of the game when your jetpack runs out of fuel, or you miss placing a concrete foundation, or you just fall off your massive factory. Fall damage is always there, and it's really annoying when you die, because you'll respawn with no blade runners, and you have to go and get all your stuff back. Fall damage is in S tier along with these guys. Now when I'm looking at this, the only thing I may disagree with is this and this. I don't know whereabouts they would go. Both of them are really annoying, so that could maybe go there, or this one can go up with that. It depends if I look back into the mechanics of these two, which one's more annoying. But overall, I think that's a pretty reasonable list of what's the worst enemy in Satisfactory, and I think the worst enemy is actually fall damage. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you're new to this channel, please leave a like down below and subscribe, and leave a comment and tell me what you think you would change or whether you agree with this. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.